everyone.
Monday.
Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm doing great. This is going to be awesome.
What you said?
I said it so confidently, too. Happy Sunday, friends. Thank you so much for tuning in to Rivals of Waterdeep. Let's go around. Introduce who we are, starting with Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon Stinnis. I play Ren Leodon. I can't think of anything else right now. I think it's Monday.
What are your pronouns?
He and him for me and my character.
All right. Hello from the future or the past. I am Cicero Holmes. I think I got that right. Yeah. And
Nailed it.
I play your halfling bard, Perrin Underbow. Both Perrin and Cicero's pronouns are he, him.
Dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause.
Dramatic
Very
pause.
William Shatner. Hey everyone, my name is Carlos Luna. I play Robbie Jellymint, aka Dirty D, who is a tiefling druid. Both mine and Robbie's pronouns are he, him.
Hey, and I am Shreve Jackson. I play Shaka, Tiefling Warlock, pronouns he, him. And it is Monday,
Monday.
In certain areas of the world.
That is correct.
So,
I think
y'all. That's what I meant.
if you're in India, if you're watching us in India, which I only know from my several conference calls I used to have.
Right.
Fancy
Or
man.
Japan.
Oh, yeah, or Japan, yes.
Or Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
And I'm your DM for this adventure, Serena Marie. And we have a couple of awesome sponsors that we talk about at the top.
Yeah.
Like D&D Beyond.
Yeah. What is D&D Beyond? D&D Beyond,
Why you
hey
ask
guys.
and answer the question?
I love it. Take it away,
Right.
Cicero.
Sometimes people they'll ask themselves questions and then they'll have answers for themselves. They compartmentalize their brain. But hey guys, sometimes you have pencils, right?
Oh, yeah.
And paper.
Yeah.
And pens.
Yeah.
But those things can fail you.
Oh,
They can.
Whoa.
They can. Your pen can run out of ink.
True.
That's
I have
true.
a fountain pen.
That is
That
correct.
could definitely run out of ink.
Runs out
That's
of
true.
ink. And if you don't have an inkwell,
Yeah.
what
are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
Right, exactly. I'll tell you what
Feather
you're going to
and a
do
quill. Nothing.
when you're playing D&D.
Yeah.
You're going to go to dndbeyond.com
Oh.
and use D&D Beyond because unlike pencils and paper, D&D Beyond will not fail you.
Whoa.
Yes, you can do all the number crunching, all the stat munching, all the character creating. Yes.
I'm going to stat munch.
I'm a munch these stats.
Let's
Munching
not
these
say it.
stats. All of
I don't think they.
I'm into it. I think it's great.
Bradford's like, I don't know if we should say stat munching anymore, guys.
Is that cool?
Is that cool? We
Stat
say stat
munching? Is that
munching.
fine? We're doing great, right?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Please sponsor us for 2020. Thank
All
you.
of the character creations that you need for your fantasy characters can be done on D&D Beyond. And you can save money if you use our promo code, which is Rivals19 at dndbeyond.com. Rivals19, where you can save money on everything except for bundles.
Yep, everything but
Yeah, I
bundles.
think it's 20%.
At least 20%. That is correct.
And also, I wanted to say, if you did want to be a failure and use pencils and paper,
Like me.
I like our DM and me.
Yeah.
Always forget you can export your character sheet and print it out and
You can from D&D Beyond. That is correct.
Exactly from D&D.
You can use it. It is an option.
Yes,
But technology is the way. And dndbeyond.com is leading the charge.
What is
in
holding
technology.
the charge?
What is
Holding the charge of our...
Yes.
That's my segue.
Right.
Holding the
the
charge.
charges.
Is our dice tray.
What was that?
With our dice trays from
The dice are charged up and ready to go.
that is correct.
Wow.
Our dice. Oh no! So our dice cam is not working. So I'm going to toss it over there. You don't need it. You don't need it.
It's not charged.
Right. So
Not charged.
Wormwood gave us these wonderful dice vaults, but we have a program with Level Up Dice, Diceomancy.
Diceomancy.
Diceomancy program where you can get wonderful dice such as
Just like these, yeah.
just like those,
Yeah, they
just
actually,
like everyone.
They work with D&D Beyond, so if I roll this, it shows up on my character sheet, the actual number.
Right. Well, that's
these are
those-
these are special prototypes that no one else has.
Yeah, no one else.
No one else has those. Just us.
Right. Your experiences may vary.
I was like, we need a little tiny disclaimer.
Right. But Level Up Dice, you use our Diceomancy program. You can help us. You can help you. And that's what's important. You help you.
Yep.
And by you helping you help us.
By helping you.
By helping you. Our Diceomancy.
Anywho.
Level Up Dice. I just want to say one other thing.
Yeah, what's up?
So last week, we talked about how Brandon wasn't here because Brandon was brandoning with his birthday. He was leveling up.
He was leveling up.
Right.
Yeah.
He leveled up. And you know what? The next day, that was Sunday. On Monday, someone else.
That's my favorite day.
Yes.
Are you guys doing an ad for Monday?
Monday.com. Keep your tasks together with Monday.com.
Someone else leveled up here at
by
this table. Our very own Mr.
yeah.
Carlos Luna. So
happy birthday.
happy belated birthday,
thank you
Carlos.
so much.
Happy
Yeah.
belated
Yes, we love
birthday.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
You make whatever age you are look fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Carlos is a vampire.
Carlos
So
and Angels.
eternal life.
I'm a reverse vampire. I have to get
There
home
can be
before-
only one.
before the sun goes down. Yeah. Anyways, we're only doing sponsors.
Yeah, that's
this
right,
episode.
right.
Monday, y'all.
I have a
Also-
sponsor right here, Justin's Canoes. Pick what's right for you in your shoes. Jump in a Justin canoe.
That was a really quick and fast rhyme you made.
Rivals
Good
19.
job.
Yeah.
Rivals 19.
Rivals 19 to get you
Rivals
20%
Justin's
off.
Canoe. So, also, as you may notice, we are one rival short.
We are.
That rival is off talking to the president and telling him that we're all tired of so much winning. Like we're tired of all the winning. I actually, Tanya DePass is over blurting it up at BlurredCon on all of the panels.
All the panels.
many
She is a
panels.
featured guest.
Yes.
And she is doing the daggone thing.
Yes.
We love you, Tanya.
Love you, Tanya.
Do it. Make it happen. Enjoy Chocolate City.
Chocolate City.
Chocolate City.
What?
What's Chocolate
Yeah.
City? What?
That
Her-
sounds-
DC.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know
DC
that.
is-
DC.
Do they
Yeah.
make chocolate?
I thought that was
Is
Hershey,
brown?
Pennsylvania.
Not really the candy chocolate.
That's Chocolate Town.
yeah.
Yeah, but Chocolate
This is
City.
more about the melanin.
Yes, this is the melanin
The
content.
melanin level.
Yes, this is a very, very chocolatey city.
Like the sixth season of Friends.
like the sixth season of Friends. And there's
It's like reverse friends.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Enemies.
I mean, that's what they want us to believe.
It's like
Nothing's
Bizarro
real.
Friends.
It's Monday. What happened last time? So, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to jump in.
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
Jump
Why
in.
not?
Okay. Previously on Rivals of Waterdeep. All right. What happened?
A lot.
So much.
Yes.
So much happened.
I'm trying to remember what happened at the beginning. I remember the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I
Work
remember,
backwards like Memento.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tattoo it on your arm.
Okay, so I remember what happened after we got to the tavern. I don't remember what happened before it, I guess.
Well, I know that Robbie met with a certain
Oh, right.
underwater
Yes.
someone.
Yes.
Well, like first, Robbie believes he can breathe underwater.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, he was him and Rin. They were looking for someone to cure him of this mark he got from using his life force to save Woot and Shaka. Rin lost Gary. Gary like hopped off.
Yeah, Gary, as you were investigating the area, Gary basically just kind of pushed out of your arms and started jumping away and you trailing off behind
I'm
him.
gonna cry.
Yeah.
This is what I was hoping didn't happen.
Yep. And then Robbie went. It wasn't water. It was kind of like a secret thing. Met a water genasi. I forgot the name. Did you name the?
Yes, her name was Symphos.
Symphos.
Yes.
And she basically said that you were afflicted by a disease that took 10 years off of your life. And that it'll basically kill. It'll kill you 10 years
Well,
before you were supposed to die.
you'll be part of the life tree.
Yeah. You'll like turn into a tree. Basically.
Yeah. Robbie was gonna turn
And the
into a
only way
tree.
to get rid of it that she knows is to pass it on to someone, but it has like an exponential growth. So if you pass it on to like somebody, it'll turn them into a tree 20 years before their death. You pass it on to another person 40 years. So
Side note, are you proud of me? What a mathy thing
Yeah,
I did.
yes, what a mathy thing to do, and called it a half-life.
And I called it a
if you
half-life.
look at the video when you said that, I kind of was like,
His eyebrows raised so much that his
like it went up. Yeah. So Robbie came back. I don't think you shared that with us actually. So like, I don't think we know.
Yeah, I haven't shared that yet. No. So no one knows.
I still don't remember what happened between then and us getting to the tavern.
We
That's what I don't remember.
We just
It was a fever dream.
It was a fever dream.
we talked about just like cleaning it up. I
Yes.
think that's what it was. That's how it
Yes,
started.
we
It
were
was like, let's
yeah.
just clean it up.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
we went there.
Yeah. So we got to the tavern. It looked, a mess. Perrin was looking for an instrument. Robbie went to the storage room, and he saw some wine bottle, like a wine bottle, kind of like come out. And then all of a sudden, we saw wine bottles moving. We saw glasses getting poured.
All right.
And
Everyone met Leaf.
I think that was when we went back. No. Sorry,
Yes,
no.
yes.
I saw a Leaf, but I couldn't hear him.
Right, exactly.
And so like we were doing this weird charades,
Yes,
like
exactly.
like a telephone thing,
Right.
And then all of a sudden we saw tables like flip over on their own,
Right.
And then Leaf kind of got in front of us and said, "You will not take them," or like something to that effect.
Yes.
I surmise it was a "You shall not pass,"
That is
Yeah.
correct.
with like a staff.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's Leaf and
Yes.
his,
Yes.
and his like suspenders.
He popped the suspenders.
Just like
Rolled up his legs.
right, like, hey, you shall not pass. And then apparently we went back in time. Well, kind of back. It was like a vision
Back in
of back in time. Yeah, and that was playing in the background as we went back. So we saw the tavern as it looked about. I think we said about a couple hundred years ago.
Yeah.
200 years ago.
Yeah.
But we couldn't interact with like anything.
Right.
The only thing that we could interact with was Leaf. So I think I heard Leaf talking with who we guess it was his wife or his girlfriend or like a something.
It was his BM, man. His baby mama.
Baby mama.
BM?
I don't think that's right.
I
was waiting for what everyone
but
else
also
said.
BM is a other thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Bowel movement.
Movement.
Does
BM.
it? Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait.
You never heard
Chat,
someone tell you that?
Chat,
Like, check out your
Chat,
BMs.
back this up. BM. What does BM stand for?
Baby mama or bowel movement? Vote now.
Vote now.
Spit out my water.
Vote now. Vote now on.
Oh my god.
Vote now on DCBeyond.com. Just type in under coupon promotional code
Oh my
BM Baby Mama BM Bowel Movement.
Why not both? True. Why not both?
I just went for
Right.
the good old fashioned number 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm just thinking about BMs. So it sounded like she was almost. Well, she was like very mean to him.
Yes.
And they were
very
talking
mean.
about her daughters. Apparently, Leaf wasn't allowed to. I think it was like she was keeping.
Yeah.
Like the daughters. From
Yeah,
him,
I think
or-
I think it
was like a
sounded
secret thing.
Yeah, so it sounded something along the lines of their relationship was some sort of taboo tryst.
Yeah.
And mother of the children, of the babies,
Or the BM.
yes, or the BM,
mother of the baby.
had come to her senses in a way and realized that the children wouldn't be looked upon well, nor would she, if they continued to consort with the biological father.
Yeah, I got the sense that because this seemed like a party for like wealthy people, maybe
Yes.
she was like a wealthy woman and like he was just a bartender.
Yes,
And like she was
yes.
like, I can't be
Yes.
having babies with a commoner, even though
Right.
Leaf was so hot that I had to.
Leave it so hot.
I just had to get some. So then I went to this storage room. So no, there was like a bard with a guitar, with the same guitar, with
Yes.
like the new version. Well, the new
The
version.
old- yes.
the
The-
old restored version of the old guitar that you found.
Right.
I went to this storage room. I saw that I guess it was the same looking bard was like knocked out unconscious. So I run out. I try to convince Leaf that hey, something's going on, because we noticed that as this bard is like playing the guitar, that the people in like the tavern start like getting crunk, basically.
Right.
I mean, like they started drinking and flipping stuff,
Right.
and so like we get a sense that the guitar is probably one of the relics, but we don't know yet. But that it's like activating like these people's anger.
Yeah.
And Celise, I think, did the majority of the intimidating. Leaf kind of like ran up. Someone persuaded him to like think about his kids and and I believe it ended. I don't remember if Leaf stopped the playing. I just remember that like it was like a shock wave that like pushed everybody back. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I got.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Sharif Jackson, recap master.
you're
Yeah.
really
Yes.
I do put the clips together, so I gotta watch. I have to rewatch. I have to rewatch the whole thing.
Guys, what is the best time travel movie, in your opinion?
Well, like most, like
your
best-
favorite.
okay,
Your
favorite.
favorite. Your favorite. Your favorite, I should say. Your favorite time travel movie
Recently or ever?
ever.
Ever is tough.
And by favorite, I mean one that you can sit down and rewatch. Not like, oh, that was probably the best one, but I'm never going to rewatch it again.
I can probably always watch like Terminator 2.
Oh,
I think Terminator 2 is a great one.
Is that a time travel?
He time travels,
it's a time
but
travel
it's a
movie.
time traveler, but
Right.
they don't travel
Wait a
in
minute,
time.
it's
Right.
a total time travel movie.
How did? Oh man! How
are you
did?
talking
Like
about?
I thought this was gonna be an easy question to
I'm
answer.
I'm kind of
Right.
T2
And you've
Judgment
completely
Day.
no. People travel from someplace to a time, and that's it.
I guess we're saying that
So
the
that doesn't-
protagonist.
Oh, okay.
Like,
okay,
is
well,
it-
okay.
Yeah, I
I'm-
think
I mean-
it has time travel in
In
it.
it, yes.
But does
It's
that,
a
is
core
that a time
mechanic
travel
of the
movie?
story, though.
You're right too.
I mean, it's not like
flipping
a
and flopping.
solid
the
thing.
original,
Right. Okay. Well,
I'm
hey,
flipping
look.
and flopping.
Sharif's favorite time travel
Flopping and
movie
flipping.
with an asterisk
Oh,
is
I mean, we don't have to. We can say, everyone in the chat, is Terminator 2 Judgment Day a time travel movie?
well, isn't the original a time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
all,
the original,
all,
yeah.
all of them
That's
have
a really
I've never
good
seen the
time
third
travel
one, so
movie.
yes, yes.
Bill and Ted is very
Excellent.
good.
investment.
Bill and-
yeah,
yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
very
Bill
good
and
time
Ted's
travel
awesome.
We
movie.
actually see the.
Looper.
Is it a
Looper's
time
really
travel
good.
movie if you don't see the time travel?
Also, the first Bill and Ted.
Yes,
not
if you
the-
see the ramifications of the time travel, like if you
Yes.
know that they're in the past, is that what
Right.
you mean? Or what do you mean,
mean,
like
it could be
don't
the future,
see, or
too.
the future? What do you mean don't see
Where the
time?
protagonist travels through time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Is it a
you
time
know,
like what
Continue
makes it
to
a,
jump until they find their way home.
Yeah, because like I'm trying to think if there's another example of that where the movie is based around someone from the future being there, but like you actually don't see them time traveling. Is
There are,
think
but
it's
we
TV
don't have
show.
time
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. What's yours, Israel?
Well, I mean, so the obvious answer, of course, is Back to the Future. It is kind of
Which
the first one.
First one?
The
First one better than part
Back to
two?
the Future too,
Well, in
man.
terms of time traveling, the
Back to the
second
Future
one
too.
obviously does the most jumping in time.
Does.
also
but-
a better movie.
Then the-
Fight each other.
we can't do this. We can't do this.
an
We can't do this
instigator.
unless we're gonna fight later. But
Dance fight,
yeah,
please.
but
Thank
Back
you.
to the Future is kind of a perfect movie It kind of is.
Kinda
It's
is.
kind of like
really good.
It's kind of like the Friday of time travel movies.
Can Back to the Future 2 exist without Back to the Future 1?
No.
no,
I think it can.
no, it can't.
If you watch
It
it,
completely references the first one.
but it shows those references too.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, but they don't have the weight.
All right, so I've got some honorable mentions because this is what I do. So Looper, as someone said in the chat, Looper is a
that's
great
very
great
good.
film.
Yeah.
Great
Looper
film.
is
Great
awesome.
film. Very very underrated.
12 Monkeys.
But
Also
12
great.
Monkeys,
Yeah,
awesome,
12
awesome,
Monkeys is
awesome
very
movie.
Donnie Darko.
But
Oh, Donnie Darko, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
Ray Lex is killing it.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
what you
But
mentioned.
in Donnie Darko, they don't show the time travel.
That's true. Well, at the end.
at the end they
I
kind
haven't
of
seen
do.
it.
Spoilers for Donnie Darko.
haven't
Yeah,
seen it, but
spoilers
it's
for
fine.
Donnie Darko. You got to see it.
Well, it came out 20 years ago.
yeah,
but
it's fine.
the best honorable mention is Somewhere in Time.
Somewhere in Time.
Yeah, exactly,
I don't even know,
exactly.
I don't know. Somewhere in Time.
Featuring Christopher Reeve.
I don't know.
Yes. Hey
It
guys.
sounds so
okay,
mysterious.
Is
yet.
Superman 1 a time travel movie because he flies around the earth?
Now that's a mind blow right there.
Okay.
All right,
And
yes.
with
Superman
that,
goes
And with
around.
that,
Goes around the
and
earth.
with that,
we are
yes.
Man, I just want to
starting.
talk
That is
about
a
this so
great
bad.
show the time
segment.
travel.
They show the time
Yes.
travel. They show the time travel.
You guys are awful.
I think he's got a point. If it fulfills the need that you said needs to happen inside the movie, like it shows the time travel.
Man.
Wow.
Oh wow, you guys are killing it. Okay. Time Bandits, I talked about that. And now, Rivals of Waterdeep.
I love you. Okay, so we're starting.
I thought you were gonna pop the top.
I was like, what are you doing to your water bottle?
I was trying not to be noisy and distracting.
Cool.
We are horrible. Sorry, everyone. Sorry,
It's a
everyone.
great morning.
Oh, and for those of you who are listening to the
it's
podcast
Groundhog
right
Day
now,
time travel. That's pretty good.
Carlos just took a grappling hook.
No, I took my key.
It's a grappling hook, a small, tiny grappling hook.
small,
that he carries
tiny-
on his person.
It's a carabiner.
Caribou.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And he tried to pop the top on his D&D
Star
water
Trek
bottle.
4, the Voyage Home.
Yes. Oh, crap. Yeah.
Gotta save the whale, Sean.
They are
Gotta save
nuclear
the whales.
vessels. So,
I mean, like,
yes.
Bach was on the subway in the 80s.
No, he was on the bus.
On the bus. Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Yes, with the headband. Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Let's start.
Sorry.
Focus.
All right.
Tanya is mad right now.
Leaf lays on stage. You and everyone in the tavern were sent flying across the room. Chairs, tables, everything is mangled. The room is silent. People are disheveled, confused, almost as if they're stepping out of a daze. As you are coming to your feet or coming to, Robbie, you notice someone makes eye contact with you and says, What happened?
I'm gonna look behind me. Is there anything behind me? No, they're talking to me.
There's everyone's blown back, so it's like the wall. So that it looks like he's a very rich, wealthy elf, and he's making eye contact with you.
You can see me?
Can you see me?
I'm gonna push him.
And you push him.
Do I feel? Does it
Yeah.
feel?
How hard do you push him?
Not hard.
Okay.
I
Are
just
you
wanna,
like poking him?
Yeah, I'm gonna like poke
Okay.
him.
He's solid.
Oh. I'm gonna be like, it's been working out.
Are you a doctor, sir?
Well, I like to think I could be a doctor
I
if
know
given the opportunities.
some of these fancy parties have doctors,
Oh.
and that's what you are.
Well, I'm gonna say, can I roll deception on a yes?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
you certainly can.
Because I'm a doctor of sorts. Nat 20.
Nice.
So, like, you.
Open your mouth. I can definitely see that you have tonsillitis and you get this taken care of.
I have tonsillitis.
Yeah.
Oh. Is it contagious?
But you can see me, right?
Yes.
It's necessary for this. I'm looking at his eyes.
Yes. Do you want me to follow your eyes or your fingers?
Sure.
To make sure I see them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like a vision test. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And I want to be like looking around and see if like anyone else is looking at us.
So everyone is Perrin and Shaka. You are also in the same disheveled state. You're getting up, and everyone is confused right now around you. And Leaf is on stage, collapsed, and everything else is blown behind him.
I want to go.
Where are we in relation to the stage?
So if the stage is in the front, everyone was blown back to the back wall.
So we're in rear part of the stage, right?
Yeah,
Right.
you're in the back of the bar, almost by the entrance.
Sure.
So you enter. There's a bar to your right, the bar. There's tables, and then straight across is the stage.
Sure.
Everyone who was standing in front of the stage is sort of blown out in a arc, kind of. So not straight back, but scattered about. So you can choose what side of the room you got blown to. But yeah, and there's tables and chairs, everything.
I'm gonna run over to Leaf,
Okay.
and I'm gonna see if I can rouse him awake.
So as you run towards Leaf, I'm going to have you roll a dexterity to get there quickly, because you're going through a lot of people and chairs and like things that were blown apart.
All right. 19.
19. So as you run towards Leaf, you notice that he is clutching, like he's on top of this guitar. And the bard that was there previously is no longer there. It's just Leaf holding this guitar that's glowing and pulsing with a soft yellow light.
Okay. Well, I don't want to touch it.
Leaf is, if you can imagine, Leaf is on top of the guitar. So he's holding it like a teddy bear, kind of. Like he like grabbed it and then passed out.
So I couldn't even like blast it or something because he's like over it.
He's over it, yeah.
I mean, I could blast through.
I mean, you can...
I could blast through Leaf. No, but
What if you're the reason Leaf is dead? That's messed up.
no,
That's some Looper stuff right there.
Oh man, yeah. Old.
Wow, look at that. It all comes full circle. Like a loop.
Like a loop.
like an old shock is gonna come through a portal. Like with gold bricks.
And we know it's old because he has an eye patch.
No, I'm a call over to Perrin. Say, Perrin,
Yes, Shaka.
gotta come over here. That guitar, we gotta find a way to destroy it, even though Leaf is on top of it.
Why do we need to destroy instruments?
Didn't you see what it did to these people? They went crazy.
Did the instrument do it, or did the person?
Well, even if the person did it, they must have been channeling through the guitar. Look at the guitar, because it's like radiating like a.
Yeah, it's pulsing.
Where's the person that was on stage? What happened to that person?
They're gone.
They're
Yeah,
gone?
they're gone.
Okay.
They're completely gone. The bard who was that person is also kind of staggering out of the back
Oh, the one
area,
that was
the
knocked
real
out.
version.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, as you're looking around too and kind of assessing the room, Perrin, you'll probably notice this because I think that you were next to Celise at the time.
Sure.
You notice she's not there.
Shaka,
Yeah.
Celise, have you determined her whereabouts?
I don't see her, but there's a lot of people here. Maybe she. I don't know. But we gotta take care of this guitar first, then we can find Celise.
Well, I don't know what taking care of that guitar would do for us.
All right. I'm gonna try to kick Leaf so he like rolls over.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a strength.
Yeah. Why not?
Kick him or tear him apart from the guitar?
No, but he's
Because I've kicked people before.
I
just go.
all right. It's not a kick. It's more like a
Like
a foot roll.
You're trying
Oh,
to
trying to like,
nudge. You're
Yeah, trying to
nudging
nudge
them.
you.
Because
Yeah.
kick sounds super violent.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be.
Let's find out.
No.
Was it?
4.
Okay. So you kind of roll Leaf, and he's still clutching the guitar, and he goes, "Oh, what happened?
Let go.
What?"
Let go of the guitar.
And he like opens his hand, very confused, and kind of looks around at both of you.
Okay. Is it like on his chest when he lets go, or is it fall to the ground?
Yeah, it's he rolled with it, so he was sitting with it like on his chest, and he just opens his arms.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna. I want to cast levitate on the guitar.
Okay, great.
So see if I have to do anything special. I don't think I do. Yeah, cast at will. Yeah, so I just cast it.
Perfect.
Leviosa.
So you start like tutting, and all of a sudden the guitar raises up, and there's some murmuring behind you as you notice that the wealthy elite people who are staggering to their feet are starting to take notice of what's going on. They're not quite shocked or anything yet, but they're just like curious.
As soon as this happens, like it dawns on Robbie that we might be messing with a timeline here. So he like sees this levitating like guitar, and like everyone is like looking at the stage. So I want to try to like nothing to see here, and like kind of like get them to like leave the bar basically, and like clear it out.
And go ahead and roll for, persuasion for me.
Okay. 12.
12. I'm going to say that because you rolled a 20 last time, the person that thinks you're a doctor thinks that you're a doctor still, and rolled a 13. Ooh. So he's going to try to help you because he thinks that there's a medical emergency.
This is this is mass hallucinations that are happening right now. I need everyone out of this building.
Everyone get out. Get out of this building.
Yes, okay, you don't have to follow me around. Just come with me.
Get out.
Just don't be so close. Get that side of the room and I'll get this side of the room.
You know, I went to doctor school one time.
Okay, I bet you did.
Yes.
But let's not compare.
It was an elective.
Oh, it was an elective?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to bill your insurance later. I'm pretty, and you know what? You look pretty rich. How come you have an HMO? Why don't you just pay the extra cash? I feel like you could pay for a PPO at this time. No, we don't take Cigna. Okay, everyone, time to scootaloo. And like push them out.
And people, because again, they're disoriented, they're starting to exit per your scootalooing.
Yeah.
The guitar is levitating and pulsing this light. While seeing it, Robbie kind of like squirms out from underneath it, because I imagine that it was levitated right above him.
Directly above, yeah.
And he looks at Perrin and goes, "What is that? Is that, why is it like that?"
Well, I think my friend Shaka here just used levitate to, levitated.
Glowing, why is it glowing?
Well,
Where'd that guy go?
The properties of this guitar are unknown, so.
Oh.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I have to concentrate to levitate it, so I can't do any other actions.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm like, Perrin, blast this thing out the sky, hit it with something.
Well, if you insist, Shaka, you are my friend. Well, I don't necessarily believe this is what we should do. I will do as you ask. And Perrin decides to cast Shatter on the guitar. So the guitar needs to make a Constitution save.
Constitution save is Wonderwall. So
Stairway to heaven.
So I'll roll for funsies.
I said maybe.
You gotta be the one that saves me. It's a 7.
Yeah, which is
Which is, makes sense.
So I do.
Wonderwall is a great song. Though.
It's great.
We make fun of it a lot, but it's really good, right? Chat, is Wonderwall a good song?
I don't know what song you're talking about.
What? It's a good song, right?
I think you know what it is.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16, 21, 29 points of damage.
So as you cast Shatter on the
Right.
guitar, what does it look like?
So, Perrin looks at the guitar and he says, "You are a perfectly unfinished instrument, and I really don't want to do this, but I must." And he claps his hands.
Oh, yes.
Right. And when he claps his hands, there's a shockwave that goes out, directed directly at the guitar for 29 points of damage.
The guitar is hit with the shockwave and explodes with splintering wood just kind of shooting off of it. I'm going to need everyone to roll a dexterity save.
Do you mean to? Or
Not yet.
okay, all right.
I have plans for you, sir.
7.
7.
20, not nat.
20, not nat.
16.
16. Okay, Robbie. As you're ushering people out, you take 3 points of wood shard damage.
Wood damage.
Wood damage as just like little pieces are flying at you.
This Wonderwall is made out of wood.
And as that explosion happens, the wood is going everywhere. The same type of pulse happens that happened previously with the house. There's a light that you feel going across the room, just almost like a fax machine light. Just
Don't act all excited like you push the button. Like, it's not like your face like, I'm so cool.
there we go.
You got 2 people.
I'm just saying, this is volume 2 of our
I love it.
ASMR album.
And as that light shoots to the house, we're gonna jump over to Rin. Rin, Gary too is hopping just out of your reach. You're running and following him. He leads you deep into the forest until you find a clearing. In this clearing, you see a woman, kind of from afar. She has a lot of animals with her. You notice a horse, a cat, a dog, like basic animals, but upon her head is a large crow. Around her neck is a weasel. She just has so many animals, and she's carrying a large staff.
Oh, jeez.
And Gary seems to be walking towards that person.
No. Gary, stop. No, wait. No, Gary, stop. She doesn't look normal. Come. I'm trying to catch you. Stop.
And you reach, Gary reaches the woman, and she looks over at you and says, "Hello, Artemis, you're back. Oh, I missed you, Artemis. You brought me a friend. Hello, friend. How are you?"
Who is Artemis? Hello?
This is Artemis. Hello.
This is Gary too.
Oh, you've renamed him. That's so nice.
Renamed?
Yes.
No, this is Gary too.
Okay, he could be Gary too. That's completely fine. And one of the animals you notice is another like a toad that looks very similar to Gary following her.
Oh, wow. So, wait, was Gary like yours before?
Well, sort of. I should introduce myself. My name is Elsa. I am, how do I say it? a rehabilitator of animals, magical animals mostly.
Oh, so Gary came from you.
Do you know what Gary is?
A frog.
Yes, a frog, but more like specific. He is a fate frog, or like his brother, a time toad.
He has a brother?
Yeah.
Wait, what's his brother's name?
His brother's name is Archimedes.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, can I rename that?
Do you want to rename his brother?
Bro,
Yeah.
she said time toad.
I want to rename his brother so
Focusing on the wrong thing.
I want to rename his brother as well.
If you were his rightful owner, perhaps. But these animals, you see, they came from a lot of different places, and some of them had owners who weren't particularly nice to them. And so my work is to help them find their forever homes, essentially. And it looks like perhaps Gary has found one in yours.
Yeah, Gary has been perfect. Like, he came into my life at the right time.
Yes.
We've been each other's friends, you
Yes,
know.
that's so
I
good.
happened to drop him and he started, hopping off. But that was one mistake, you know. We all make mistakes. We're not perfect.
Right.
You know?
You know how to take care of a fate frog, don't you?
Sure.
Can I see, Gary, can you come here real quick? And Gary looks at you and makes like some happy croaks, and then kind of hops over to Elsa. Elsa picks him up and looks at him, and he's like, and you can just see her talking to him in frog. So it's just a series of croaks that they're doing back and forth.
Yeah.
And she looks at you and says, Gary really likes you.
Red turns around like yes. Oh yeah, I would highly doubt if he didn't like me, you know.
He also said you tried to feed him eggs.
You're not supposed to tell people about that. That was our little thing. I mean, there was one mistake one time. You know, I was just
it's
having to have some
okay.
breakfast, and I had some eggs. They happened to fall on the
Yes.
floor, and he hopped to get it. You know.
No, that's completely fine. They don't eat eggs. However, they do eat a variety of insects. Any will do.
Okay. What's his favorite? So I know for next time.
I'm not sure. I maybe just experiment and see what works right. But it's very important you follow these steps I'm about to give you, okay?
Okay, let me write this down.
Okay. Do not feed him after midnight. Do not get him wet.
He's a frog.
He's like, I've done all these things already. Oops.
And she looks at you and she starts laughing. And she says, I'm just kidding.
Okay, because I
That's a
already did all
gremlin.
this.
That's a gremlin.
Okay,
Totally want that to be
Yes.
true. I want Gizmo.
Yes, gremlins are banned in these parts.
Okay, good. I saw that movie.
Yes. But he does.
Actually, that's Mugwump.
That's how you make a gremlin. But he does have special rules. Proper sunlight. Fate frogs can kind of get depressed if they're left inside too long, especially Gary. He was given to a very rich elf who was spoiled and kind of neglected him.
That kind of sounds like me, besides the, neglected part.
Yeah, he said he was a very rich high elf that lived in Waterdeep and had white hair or something. I'm not sure, but also, not under any circumstances can you force the fate frog to use its powers or abuse its fate powers, because they're quite mischievous and have been known to trap the occasional lich or sorcerer into an endless void without time for seemingly ever.
Well, that sounds wonderful. Well, I have a question.
So polite.
Can we go back to his previous owner? Can you re-describe, please?
Well, I can ask Gary. Gary, what was your last owner like? Do you remember a name or anything about them? and Gary starts croaking, and Gary is croaking, and as they're croaking, they're turning like a dark, muddy brown color, and he's croaking very like sassily.
Turning black and being sassy.
I didn't say black, I said brown. So you're projecting. Okay.
I like this. Yeah. I like it.
I was picturing the frog from the WB. Like, so every time you ask me a question,
Mortimer J. Frog.
I just hear like, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey."
Wrong,
Was that his name?
Mortimer J. Frog.
Mortimer.
Wait, wasn't it Michigan?
Michigan J.
Michigan J.
Michigan
Frog.
J.
Yeah.
I was always I hated that short. It was about that guy who finds the frog.
Yes, yes.
Brings
And
him
then
back to
and
life.
no one can see the frog is alive
Except for him.
except for him, and then it makes it seem like he's crazy because he's bringing this dead frog around everywhere he goes, which is like any type of gaslighting. Just like really, I can't. It upsets me so much. Anyway, sorry.
The very first catfish, guys.
It was a frogfish.
So Elsa looks at you and says, "Well, Gary says that he was kept inside a small cage in a room full of a lot of ornamentation, a very fancy room with, and then after that room, he was taken to like a nightclub area and was sort of left as just the, you know how some stores, not great stores, have like an animal that roams around freely? Those are the good ones.
It's a bodega frog.
But this frog
That's awesome.
was kept in a cage the entire time and was just left alone.
Yo, you guys got Takis?
Oh my god.
So does that ring any bells to you, or?
Well, it sounds very familiar, and if it is the case, I'm gonna be highly upset because if it's who I think it is, I was married to that person,
Oh,
and I was there.
do you still? And she like looks at Gary, and they're kind of having like a sidebar. And then she comes back and says, are you still in a relationship with that person, or like them, love them still, or is that like over?
Well, no, it was like we got married. It was like 2 days. It was like,
Like
honeymoon.
a rush thing,
Very
right?
rushed,
You don't
yeah.
care
Didn't
about.
care too much.
Perfect. He's in an endless void. Anyway,
Exactly,
so great, cool. Yeah, he's in an endless void. Gary got very upset with his mistreating, and now he's, what is it, Gary? In a time vault. Yes,
He is in the time vault?
perhaps. I mean, it doesn't matter. You don't care about him, and he doesn't notice because there's no time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, very
So
true.
now I feel very bad that I was there and Gary was left in this cage this whole time. Gary,
Well, he didn't know.
but Gary's mine now, and I feel so bad when he's like, if he's hurt or things, and I was there, and
As you're like getting emotional, Gary jumps out of Elsa's hands, and then goes to like your pant leg and starts tugging at your pant leg and does one of these like up.
and, Ren picks up Gary. He's like, I'm so sorry that you were neglected, and I had no idea, but we're gonna make things better, buddy. We're gonna make it great. And we're gonna have a good time together, and I'm so glad I changed your name because your name before was horrible. So let's be real. But we're gonna take care of you, and you're gonna be a great frog friend for me.
We're going to make Artemis Gary again.
And
Print those hats up.
Gary is with his sticky little frog hands is trying to like wipe away your tears, and he's turned a bright, vibrant green color. It seems like you've really, really made a good impression on him. That's good. time toads or fate frogs can be very dangerous in the wrong hands. But I trust him with you, and he certainly trusts you, so use your friendship with him wisely. You know, some people have developed long-standing relationships with them and have been able to travel and traverse throughout time and do all sorts of things. But only if they don't abuse the powers, because, you know, the mischievous time toad can get, you know, time bolts going.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That makes lots of sense.
He said, yeah, that makes sense.
so, but, if you need anything or more care tips, or, you know, if you're looking to find other special animals that might need homes, if you hear of anyone who might be suitable, let me know.
Well, I have one request.
Okay.
Would I be able to take Gary's brother as well? Because I think it'd be great if they were together.
Let me see. And go ahead and roll me a persuasion.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not that great. 11.
11. Okay. Well, you know, each time toad and fate frog has their own timeline adventure to take. Usually they travel in packs until they find their family. And if you are Gary's family, then it seems as though Archimedes has to find his.
But what if I took him to a group of people that could be his family?
Well, let's ask him if he wants to go. Archimedes. And they start like conferring in Toad. And I'm going to have you roll 2 rolls right now.
Okay.
A perception and an animal handling.
Side note.
So, which one should I do first? Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Animal
How
handling.
cool of a Saturday morning cartoon is Time Toad and Fate
Fate
Frog just like traveling, and just like I just imagine that
Yeah.
cartoon of them
Yeah.
like traveling around, just like
Anthropomorphic frogs that are just running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the catchphrase
Yes.
"grip it and rip,
Rip
it."
it. Yes.
Rip it.
Animal handling, I got 13.
Okay.
You said persuasion or
Perception.
Oh, perception.
Perception.
Persuasion. Yep.
Perception.
Yeah, I think you said perception.
You said
Perception.
perception.
I mean persuasion. I'm
Oh, okay.
sorry.
Oh, persuasion. Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
I'm trying to make you convinced.
Oh my lord. Okay, so 26.
Okay. So Elsa, Archimedes looks at you. Is it Archimedes or did I say Icarus?
It's Archimedes.
Archimedes. is in
Archimedes'
him. Okay.
brother.
Yeah. Archimedes looks at you and lets out a lower croak and hops towards you. And Elsa says, well, it seems that Archimedes does want to go with you, although I do have to say he's a little tentative, but he is agreed to go because he trusts Gary, and maybe he'll find his forever family with you.
I know the perfect person who I will have Archimedes go to, and I definitely know that she's gonna love him. So Celeste is gonna get him. But I have to rename him now. So is that okay?
I mean, you can rename him, I'm
Okay.
sure, but then the person that Archimedes then belongs to can also then rename them. Does that make sense?
For now.
Okay.
For now. And then Ren looks at Archimedes and is like, all right, so we have your brother Gary here, and I just came up with a perfect name for you. So it's going to be Gary, and then I'm going to name you Mary. So I think that is perfect.
Okay.
So, and then we're going to take you back and see if Celeste likes you. And if she doesn't, I'll just take care of you anyway. And then if you find your family that you want to be with, I will maybe not cry and be upset if you leave me, but we will take care of you. So you have your brother here, and then we're gonna make sure you're good.
And they croak to like they're talking with each other, and they seem to like they're it's not like a brother croak. It's more of like when you live with your siblings and like you fight sometimes. So it's them like kind of squabbling a bit, and then they both bound off with you.
Okay.
And you're gonna head back to the house. Where would you like to go?
I guess, yeah, let me go back to the house because this lady's already creepy with all like the animals and stuff.
Yeah,
so
and they're all like really magical animals. Like everything looks like it's a weasel, but it has like glowing paws. Like
yeah. I'm gonna go back to the house. Yeah.
Cool. So you're gonna head back to the house. We're gonna cut back to this party here. So you all have the guitar levitated. And it exploded.
It exploded. Yes.
It exploded. The ripple happened.
Yes.
Yeah, and that light came.
Yes.
Cool. Leaf is completely flabbergasted. He is floored. But he is like, you guys saved the party. This could have been really bad if you weren't here. Thank you.
Well, yeah.
Has everyone left?
Yeah, everyone's milling out.
Okay, I'm gonna come back in after. It's like, okay, thank you. Have a good night. Okay, whoa. I'm just like picking slivers and like wood out of my skin, like head back to the stage where everyone else is.
Now that it's just us, I want to attempt to explain to Leaf what has happened. So I want to like tell him, "Hey, Leaf, we were just in a future version of this tavern with you.
What?
You protected us from some ghost.
I sound pretty cool.
And then we ended up here in the past, but we can't interact with anybody but you. And then we destroyed this guitar, and now we're here."
Roll me a persuasion.
I don't know what I would roll for.
I don't know to roll to tell the truth. I mean, you're telling the truth.
Roll for like Hotep.
Yeah.
See my brother.
And I'm gonna roll an insight for him.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, 19.
Great. And he rolled a 17 insight, and so he also knows that you're telling the truth.
Both of y'all third eye is
Yeah.
open.
We're just,
I mean, can I interest you in some mag shop?
Maybe a bean pie, my brother.
I got lots of oils.
what the heck?
Many oils. Yeah.
Okay, so you mean to tell me you guys all of you are from the future?
We are from the future.
Wow.
The things that we know.
What do you know?
So that's the thing about time travel, right, guys? Like, you always think, oh, if I went back in time, I would like rule everything, right?
Sure.
Because I know so much, but I think about it all the time. I don't know much. Like, I can go back in time.
I
Like,
know
what would I
I
explain
love
to them? Like, oh yeah, I would tell them about cell phones. Like, yeah, but I couldn't make a cell phone. Like, I couldn't make these things work. Like, what could I possibly do?
The only thing you can do is from Cicero's favorite movie, Back to the Future 2.
Back to the Future
His
2.
bet on stuff. That's all you can do.
Right.
It's like predict
It
events.
just predict events,
all you
but
can
like
do.
I couldn't really I can't make anything,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Well, you can't make anything.
I would tell
You
people
wouldn't know how to make a cell phone. You'd just be like, yeah, and then there's a block that works, then you
Yeah.
match it.
the only thing that I think I would be like helpful at is like telling people to wash their hands because they didn't know about germs, you know what I
Right.
mean, and stuff like that. I'd be like, yeah, just wash your hands, wash your hands, and keep on keeping on. I guess. Like, I'm from the future. Tell us something great. You guys really got to wash your hands more often. That's how I know.
Cover your mouth when you sneeze.
So, Leaf, if perhaps you don't remember, but I knew about your daughters.
That's how you knew about him, because you're from the future.
That is
Are they
correct.
okay?
Well, after a fashion, but perhaps like you, they are permanently undead.
Zombies?
Well,
Are they zombies? Are my daughters zombies?
Well,
am I
Perrin,
a zombie in the future?
Perrin, I
Oh,
think
God.
Leaf is alive
Oh
right
God,
now.
I'm a future zombie. Oh, it happens to me.
but yeah.
We're like way in the future. We're like hundreds of years
Zach,
in the
we're
future.
way in the future.
So like a mummy.
No.
You're still alive. You are a benevolent spirit.
All right, benevolent spirit.
yes, you.
So I hope you really like this tavern.
I love this tower.
'Cause you're gonna
Tavern.
be
It's my
here
life. It's my
for
whole. It's everything I own. Is this
A couple
tavern?
100 years, at least.
That seems like a really long time.
Yeah, it's a very long time. We're wondering how we got here, what we're doing here, what we're supposed to do here. This guitar showed up. What do you know about this guitar?
I personally don't know anything other than it was making people act weird, and because if I remember correctly, Duo was with everyone when everything happened, right? Like in the time thing.
Yes.
Did he come in the tavern with us?
Yeah,
I
I,
know you brought us
I thought he was
down
in the
there.
tavern, right?
I don't think so.
I know he brought us down there.
Right.
I don't remember, actually. I don't remember if he sat with
Yeah.
us and
Yeah.
had
Yes,
the
he
wine and
did.
stuff.
He was there.
did.
He was there.
Okay, all right.
Yes, he was.
But he just wasn't transported to the.
Was he?
Yeah,
We haven't mentioned him if he was.
yeah, and I think that I just haven't mentioned him.
That is correct.
You just
'Cause-
forgot about him.
Yeah.
Poor Duo. Poor Duo.
Duo, yeah, Duo has just been trying to blend in because Duo had been thinking that he's been a ghost for a while. So his hand going through something,
He's like.
he was just like,
confirmation.
"Oh, I've done it," by George. So, Duo kind of toddles up to Robbie and is like, "Oh yeah, you missed the whole flower thing."
What whole flower thing?
Oh hey, yeah, I was hiding under the stage.
Wait, why?
Like the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh my God, you're so weird. You're so weird. You're a weird little kobold.
What? I was dead, so I wanted to haunt the
Oh
opera.
my God. Okay, so what happened now?
No, you weren't there for the box. There's a relic.
A relic?
A relic.
A relic.
A relic.
R's.
A relic.
Yeah, little kobold. There's R's in the alphabet.
So yeah, that's what Ophelia said that we had to destroy him. Why, Shaka? That was it. We had to destroy relics.
I think we got.
Why does it sound? He sounds more and more like a preschooler.
Sometimes it's like Bronx. Sometimes it's a toddler.
Is that how people talk in New York?
He's a
A toddler from the Bronx. Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah,
it's
preschool version of a preschool.
my inspiration for Duo's voice is Gangster Baby. You know that, right?
Gangsta baby.
wow.
Like Mobster Baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monster Baby.
Oh God.
So,
Look
yeah.
here, see? Yeah.
So yeah, that's what he said, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what Ophelia said. I think this is the second one because the same light came up. So, but the problem is we don't know when we kind of know when we are, but how do we get back?
I don't know.
Or like, are all the relics in these in the past?
in this time.
Yeah,
Oh wow. Real Back to the Future thing going on here.
Wait.
yeah.
Wait.
I mean, I've never heard of that, but sure.
Oh yeah. Well,
You haven't heard of that play? It's a nice play. They have like what's it called? A battle car
yeah.
that they go.
Battle car.
I mean, I don't know what a car is.
They have to get the horses to pull it in.
Yeah.
8 miles an hour.
They disappear to lightning.
Hey, disappear.
Oh, I think you mean part 3 then.
Yeah,
Oh,
only
you're
part
talking
3. Yes,
okay.
only part 3. The good one.
Got you.
Well, I think I have a particularly unwell idea. Perhaps we should go back to the manor and check the library.
Oh yeah, the manor.
oh, yeah.
I bet you it's like great right now. It's not like totally ruined. This is probably its heyday.
Hey, it was never ruined or anything.
Well-
It was pretty nice when I got it. Yeah.
Leaf, well, the manor. Are there people staying there?
Oh yeah. She has a ton of people working there.
She?
Who's she?
Oh, the lady of the house, Verona Clark. Yeah, her and her husband.
My Verona.
Is her husband named Edwin?
No, that's her granddad.
Okay.
Her granddad is Edwin Clark.
Yeah, he died in a weird way. That's what she says. She didn't really elaborate. She just said he
people
died in
die.
a weird
It's
way.
like a weird thing to share, at least.
I know.
People dying in
well,
weird
we were really
ways.
close, and we're not anymore. So anyway, that's not important.
Verona Clark, since you are with friends, Verona Clark is the BM. is the
Wait, what did you just say?
A battle
What
mob.
did you just say?
is
Was
she
a BM battle mob.
Battle Mom?
Banter maven.
Yes. Well, is she the mother of your children?
Yeah. Yeah, we were together before she married up, I guess.
Well, is it possible that we could speak with her and maybe see the library?
Maybe there's a lot of people who work in this house, so maybe getting through might be easy, might be hard. I probably can't introduce you to her unless we like surprise her. I don't know. I mean, I could try, but
Do you have any? Is there anything here that we can like disguise ourselves as?
Yeah, do you think we stand out? Our clothes?
Yeah, like. Can we
yeah, I was
disguise
gonna say
ourselves as
something about
workers?
your outfit, but I didn't want to be rude. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything here where like we can act like we're working for you, maybe, and then go into the manor so they won't suspect
Right.
us?
Like you could all just be barbacks,
Yeah,
just a ton of
barbacks.
barbacks.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this idea. Great. And you said you want to go to the library?
Yeah.
Why?
We have a hunch that something might have happened there in the future.
All right. Things have been real weird. I completely believe you guys. I'm gonna get you guys costumes. Okay. And he runs to the back, runs back with outfits that look very similar to what he's wearing. So they're just nice slacks, like a button-up shirt, and an apron.
Well, I would say we could walk in, but I want to try something new.
Okay, what are you thinking?
Please, friends, come with me. And I cast Dimension Door. So Dimension Door will allows the caster to create a portal to take us wherever they would like to go. So since Perrin already knows where the library is, Perrin's going to open up a dimensional door to take him and his friends into the library. So we're already in the manor if anyone ever meets us.
Great.
So-
What do you need for that spell? Or what happens?
I cast, or Perrin casts Dimension Door, and we instantaneously move.
Okay, so before that happens, I want to say, are you sure this is going to work since we haven't been to this version of the library?
Well, the library is physically in the same location that it previously was.
It could bring us to our version of the library.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah. with
does Dimension Door need time?
Yeah.
It's Dimension Door.
Oh, that's weird.
Because it's dimension. Ooh. That's
But it's also a location.
fantastic.
Okay,
Yeah.
is it a two-way door? Like you go in and go back
Come
out?
I don't think that would matter because what if he went to? This is weird.
Actually, let's see. Oh no. So I can only carry anything that is my size or smaller.
Oh.
So
Okay,
then-
I was like, there's
so-
a caveat. There
Yeah,
it is
so
then.
so
Duo going to-
yeah, so me and Duo can go. And the rest of you can stay.
Okay.
Well,
if you want to do that, go.
I'm willing to take the risk.
Is Duo willing to take
Duo.
yours?
Oh, we going to the library?
Yes.
Okay. And then
Yeah, he's scared of the library.
yeah, Stuart's actually terrified of the
Like,
library of other places because he's scared, but it's like it's either scary here or scary there. Everything is kind of upsetting. He's gonna like try to climb on your back, like piggyback ride.
Okay. Well, let's go.
So you cast the door.
Yes.
We're gonna cut to Rin. Rin, you reach the inn or the Scare B&B, and you don't notice anyone around. It seems pretty empty. As you walk in, you do feel this burst of energy, and you see a sort of a light ripple through the house. But it's a weird house. So you've probably seen weirder things in the house. But as you are walking through, you notice some pictures on the wall are different.
So yeah, Ren's walking around and is like, Duo, you here? Gary, do you think is there something magical here, Gary? Or Mary?
They look because you asked both of them, both of them are trying to tell you, but they're trying to like get in front of each other, like trying to like one's trying to tell and then push the other one back, and the other one's trying to tell and push them back. So they're just like croaking at you.
Ren like claps his hands to like get their attention. He's like, "Stop it! Stop it! Why don't you just take lead? What is going on here?"
Gary kind of pops up to you and looks really serious, and only in croaks is trying to in detail tell you what's going on.
And Ren's like, "Oh, good story. Could you like point us or hop in a direction that we should go? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't speak frog."
And when you say "I don't speak frog," Gary lets out like a sassy like huff, and starts hopping forward. And Mary is next to him, and they're both kind of hopping in unison. And as they're hopping, are you following them?
Yeah.
Cool. So you're following right behind them, and they're hopping, and the floor is starting to turn shiny, like polished. And the normal gray drab of what you're used to in the tavern, in the home, in the foyer area is starting to turn more of like a rich mahogany brown with reds. Things are becoming more opulent as you're walking forward. And as they stop, you notice you are in a completely different outfit.
Oh, wow. Ooh. Well, you frogs are really magical. This is amazing. What more can you do?
And they're just like now they're content with what they did. So they're just hopping around and like wrestling each other. So they're kind of ignoring you now. Sorry.
Squabbling brothers.
So yeah, Ren is like really enthusiastic about like, you know, his clothes and everything's changing magical. But then he notices, they're wrestling, and he's like, "Hey, stop it. Do more things like this so we can have more fun."
As you're speaking, a woman who she is a human and with dark, wavy, big hair, comes to you and says, "Oh, Professor, you're here. I wasn't expecting you so soon."
I'm sorry. I just happened to be a little bit late this morning.
Well, your work is upstairs. I'm sure you've been here multiple times, so you know what to do.
Of course. I will go up the stairs.
Did your voice change to match mine? Just now.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
This is clearly my normal voice.
Oh, you're such a kidder. Okay, well, take you. What are these? Please, off the floor. I just had them finished.
Oh yeah, I will pick them up.
Thank you.
Mary, Gary, come on. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I will.
Professor, you don't have to apologize. You're very, very well established in these parts.
Oh, so what subject? So what subject? You know, just because I've been.
He says, "Oh."
I've been a little bit, busy this morning. I was just wondering what kind of subject matter am I teaching today? Because,
Oh.
I'm so established.
Not teaching, researching, right? The arcane arts, a trip to Vernus and all of its relics.
Oh, okay.
You are a master of those things. You told me so yesterday.
Oh, yes, I am. Mm-hmm. I guess, yeah. He's like so confused. He's so confused. I will go upstairs. It's like for some reason I can feel like him like grabbing Mary and Gary like this and just like walking up the stairs like that. It's like I will just go upstairs.
So prestigious. So you're going to be walking up the stairs. We're going to jump to Perrin. Hello, Perrin.
Yes.
Perrin and Duo.
Well,
Your door opens and it opens to the library. Instead of the dusty book smell, it is bright, beautiful. Like there are skylights that you never noticed before because they had been covered up. So the sun is shining through, and it's a very cheerful and very warm place.
Duo, this library, it is like a prestigious university.
Oh yeah, it's real prestigious in here. That's what you say, yeah.
Yes. Well,
What are we looking for? I just came with you because I was scared to stay alone.
you picked the right person.
Yeah, I know.
Let's, I think first we need to find the tome of Edward, what's his last name? Clark, yes. Yeah. Why can't I remember that?
Edwin Clark.
Edwin, yes. Well, I said that.
Edward.
Right, yeah, I did say Edward. We must find first the tome of Edwin Clark.
Oh yeah, that book you had.
That is correct.
Yeah, what was it? What was it before?
Well, and so Perrin walks over to where it was. Does he see it? All right, and so is the library is the library adorned similarly to the way it was?
It is different.
It is different.
It is different. Things are, instead of having, it does have the same desks around the four desks and the stacks of books.
Right.
There is a ladder that kind of sweeps across like the arcing or the area.
Right.
But as you approach the where that was,
Right.
It's open. Like the
secret compartment?
right, but it doesn't look like it's a. Go ahead and roll me a perception or investigation.
Well, hey guys, we might be investigating. 14.
14.
Yes.
Okay, so you notice that the library doesn't have that ominous feel it did before.
Right. Okay.
So as you approach that area, it looks like a bedroom, like a small, like a longer doorway to a bedroom that is cut off a little bit from the rest of the house. So it's
Sure.
and it looks like a child's bedroom
Well, or a bedroom for a halfling.
or bedroom for halfling. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, this is peculiar and unknown. This is Duo. Do you remember this was a secret passageway, but this passageway was previously unopened, and now it is open for all to see.
Yeah, when I was reviewing the floor plan, I didn't even see this spot on there. So I don't know what it is. We can go through their stuff. Let's go through their stuff.
On brand. On brand.
Well, as I know that you have a propensity for pillaging and other underhanded things,
It's not underhanded. It's investigating. I'm a detective right now.
well, then very well, we shall detect.
As you're detecting and
Yes.
investigating the room, we're going to cut to these two over here. You are all wearing your barback outfits, and Leaf had given you a rundown of the house. Says, all right, here's the thing. If you're going to be help for the house, don't look Lady Verona directly in the eye. You look at her ears. Okay.
Wait, what?
I know it's a weird thing she has, but she doesn't like
Both
eye
of her
contact.
ears or just one ear?
Just like pick one. Pick
one ear to
Yeah,
stare
pick
at?
one ear. I go.
She
well,
prefers this?
she prefers don't look at her in the eye if you're help. I can look at her in the eye when she's talking at me directly now, but before it was fine. Like we were like kind of in love before. Now it's like gone to hell.
Can we both like look at the same ear, or should we?
Should it be separate ears?
I mean, I would honestly. There's two of you. I would just flank her.
This is so specific.
I know. It just doesn't like direct eye contact. It makes her feel like I don't know.
Okay.
Like seen or something. You know what I mean?
That's weird. I mean, that's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
Does she have big ears? So
No,
it's
they're
easy
normal
to-
size human ears.
Does she have big eyes?
Yeah, probably to see you with. And big
okay.
teeth. Yeah, as well.
Okay.
Where would she be at this time?
Oh, at this time, probably, I don't know, what does she do around? It's late. She'd probably be getting ready for bed.
Probably prepping her ears for bed.
Yeah, prepping her ears.
So it might be
She
kind
has this
of.
whole nighttime routine, actually. She does a bunch of different creams, a bunch of different massages to the face and different things.
What was her name again?
Her name is Verona.
Veronica.
What's her last name?
Clark.
Oh, okay.
Is she
About
like?
Lisa Loeb.
Is
You're
she?
gonna be such a great dad.
Is she? Does she have guards, like a security
Honestly,
around her?
yeah, it's supposed to be me and like you. So like the help is like technically the guard. So if you talk to any other help, like just don't.
Okay, so there.
Or you can, but like be cool about it.
So there'd be nothing awkward about us approaching her.
No, but you have to have like a problem or a reason why you're talking to her.
Okay.
Right?
No problem.
So wait, are you saying the entire staff has weapons as well? Are you saying that?
I'm saying, well,
Like waiters and chefs, they all have like, they're also,
Martial arts.
yeah, they're also like security?
no, like no one's really good at defending. Like, yeah, we're all just supposed to jump on the grenade, so to speak. Or
Oh.
yeah.
No.
Meat shields.
Not enough. No, thank you. Okay.
That's what I said. Yeah.
So, yeah, so what's like our cover? What we
right.
we're barbacks?
Yeah, your barbacks.
We're
Okay,
just working.
here it is. You guys are barbacks, right?
Yeah.
And you're from a different bar from across Waterdeep.
A different bar?
Yeah.
This is our history?
Yeah.
So our history is just another bar?
I'm not a writer, okay?
I can tell. No, I need motivation. Where am I from? Where are my
don't know.
aspirations?
Where do you wanna be from?
Have I always wanted to be a bar?
Okay, your mom said you'd never be a bartender.
Oh, I hate that.
You proved her wrong.
I definitely proved her wrong.
And you want to stay with me because I'm a really good bartender.
Yeah, this
The
is
best.
A lot of motivation. They're very bar oriented.
This is my life. This is like all I'm good at.
Okay.
I mean, can we just go up and say that there's been a disruption?
Oh yeah, totally.
At the bar?
I mean, she might have heard like the big shockwave,
Yeah,
that happened and the guitar that exploded.
that's true.
So
100%.
I know that's kind of normal to what you guys were saying, but that could be a reason for us to approach her,
That's great. Yeah.
and then we can interrogate her.
Yeah, she's on the second floor. Her room is on the second floor. What else? Kitchen's great.
What are some other people that are going to be there?
All right, so you have Louis in the kitchen. He's a chef.
Okay, Louis.
Great. I'm gonna write this down too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because you definitely know this. You're definitely not making this up.
Nope, not at all.
As we're having this conversation.
Absolutely not.
For sure.
This is it. So Louis in the kitchen, manning that, and there's also
Huey.
Dewey. And Kablooey. Yeah. So
There's no love for Daisy. No love for Daisy.
Huey, Dewey, and Kablooey.
I like Kablooey. That'd be
so
great.
yeah. So Dewey, he's our accountant. And Kablooey, well,
Explosive.
He's got an explosive personality.
he's a firecracker. Anyway.
But yeah, those are the people you're gonna be meeting probably.
I'm actually going to avoid them at all costs
I would say do that.
and only look for other people.
Great. That's probably best. Yeah. So those are Who else? There's a gardener. What?
Sorry, who's the gardener?
The gardener is Michael.
Mike.
Yeah, Michael.
So do we have a place to stay when we're there? Like, is there like a quarters, like a servant's quarters, or
This is going real deep, like
do we?
Hey, I have one more question.
yeah.
Have you heard? Do you know who Ophelia is?
Nope.
Okay, doesn't sound
It's a-
familiar at all. Okay. All right.
But if I do meet her in the future from now, I'm gonna keep an eye on that.
Okay. Also, one other question.
All right.
Any other professors at all?
Oh yeah, there's a ton.
A ton?
Yeah, there's like 3 different professors that
Any that do research upstairs, like on the 2nd floor or so?
Yep. Let's see. There's no live-in professors, no, but there are a few traveling professors that come in. Verona said that they're studying various planes of existence. There is a professor. I can't remember, and like there's like a weird like glitch almost that you see across his face. I can't remember his name, but he's here a lot.
All right.
I think.
And I guess in retrospect, I probably kind of weird to ask that since I don't really know what happened, what really whatever. It's fine.
It's okay.
Almost like you heard some conversations that you were in.
Look, man,
Well, there's a library,
Shaka's
so
tuned
Yeah,
in.
there's a
there's a
library.
library, so you assume that there'd be people
Any-
studying there.
Any traveling academics?
Yeah.
That is correct.
There we go.
There you go.
Saved.
Good
Yeah,
job. Good job. Good
Traveling
job.
academics.
Yeah, I can go with you guys too if you want like a better cover or like we can split whatever's comfortable.
I think you should stay here.
All right, yeah, cool. I will. Great, I'll clean up. And he like looks at the chairs and everything spilled over and just lets out an exasperated sigh. Yeah, I probably should probably fix this area up.
All right, Robbie.
Yeah, I think we gotta. Hey, if our friend Celeste shows up, tell her what happened.
All right, your friend Celeste, if she shows up, tell her
Tell her that where we are.
that you're working for me.
Okay, that we're working for you, and we're just over there. We're at the manor,
All right,
undercover.
undercover.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Yeah. So, I mean, unless Robbie disagrees, want to go avoid Huey, Dewey, and Kablooey and head to the 2nd floor to look for Veronica.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Verona? Sorry, Verona. I keep thinking Verona.
So I'm gonna have you all roll a stealth.
Stealth on Kablooey.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Oh, mine's not pretty good. 20, not natural though.
Great.
9.
9.
No, 10, sorry. But
Okay.
Still, not good.
I'm gonna say that is just enough. You're 10. Like that is enough.
Wow, you are very graceful.
Yeah.
It was like, Kablooey!
Hey guys. No. So you guys make it through. Everyone is sort of gossiping. Like the people who are working there are sort of like, as you're walking through, hearing like, did you hear that there was a weird explosion and that bartender had like a meltdown? He like freaked out, like stuff like that as you're going up. And no one seems to mention the bard playing. No one seems to be mentioning any weirdness that happened. It was more of Leaf acting out. You make it to the door. And
Of the library or
of you
the
guys are
manor?
going
Of Verona's-
room.
We're going to Verona's room. Yeah.
Right. And so you make it to Verona's room. What do? And the door is shut.
All right. All right, Robbie. Here's my suggestion.
Okay, let's hear it.
We both stand on the side of the door
Okay.
and we like knock on the door and then stand on the side so that she can't, if there's an ancient peephole or something, so she can't see.
Oh,
who it
okay.
is.
Yeah. Or
So
we could put our
she-
thumb over the people.
We could. And then when she,
I do that in real life to my friends when I go to their house.
You never get let in.
I just put my hand over their people so they
it's
can't see.
awful.
I know, it's
Violation.
It's pretty bad. Anyway,
Pretty bad. Or is that too much? Should like we just knock because like we're like dressed as the bar back, so like she'll open it and like we'll just say emergency or something.
Oh yeah. Well, what's the emergency?
Emergency is that there's trouble down at the bar.
Oh, okay. What kind of like
that,
bar
like,
trouble?
there was an explosion. There's a fight. You know something.
Okay, but like, wouldn't she just tell us to handle it?
Okay.
It'd be easier if
Fair
like we
enough.
tell her there was like something that she wants down there. Like there's a package. A package has arrived.
Like a FedEx, like a USPS.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Like
There's an overnight package and needs your signature.
yeah. There's something that you definitely need, and then we just kind of look like, oh, we're bothered by it.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I think you should take the lead then.
You said all right. What am I supposed to
Okay,
do?
fine.
You said so, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, just play it cool.
okay,
Let's play it cool. Okay, just play it cool.
Yes.
Excuse
She-
me,
she
my
opens the
lady.
door.
There is a package for you down below.
Oh, well, so late at night. Thank you. What is your name?
My name is. What's in the hallway?
There is an
is like the usual
like a hall like table, a lamp with not a lamp, a flower vase with
Okay.
daisies in it, a red like maroon rug, and some random paintings.
So like 5 things.
There's 5 things.
My name is Maroon 5.
Oh, thank you, Maroon 5.
Also, my name is Jonas.
Thank you, Jonas.
We're brothers.
We're brothers.
Delightful. Family is everything, you know. And she has like her robe, and she's kind of like making
Oh
sure.
yeah, we're both
We're
tieflings.
tieflings,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're both
exactly,
tieflings. So we could be
Yeah.
brothers.
And she kind of makes sure she closes her robe and kind of brushes past you
Is
guys.
the door? Oh, okay. All right. So,
The door's still open behind her.
so once she's out of range, we're going in.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend to walk the opposite direction, and as soon as I know her back's to us, like quickly spin around and like slip in.
All right.
Cool.
Don't.
So
right.
as you enter her room, I'm gonna jump back to this professor over here.
Am I still walking like this?
Yes. You climb the stairs all the way to the 4th floor, and you would roll me a perception.
19.
19. You hear some rustling and a familiar voice of duo coming from one of the areas in the library.
Okay. Can I like run towards the voice?
Absolutely.
Okay. Gary Mary.
I like how you were holding them upside down, and then you spun your hands so they're right side out. You're like, Gary Mary. Upside down. You flip them.
They should actually like freak out like that. Gary Mary. We're gonna go this way. Do you have any magic to show us if this is really Duo's voice?
And they're just they're turning different colors, so they're like they're alternating colors between pink and purple.
Okay, that's interesting.
Are you picturing the lizard thing from Dragon Prince?
100%.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I was picturing. Yeah.
Okay, so then Ren's just he thinks that like the colors means a good sign, so he's just like, all right, we're gonna go see where that voice is coming from if it's Duo. And so he starts walking.
And you see Duo and Perrin, and they are like, it looks like Duo is ransacking this child's room.
Duo, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm looking for clues. Hey, Ren, you here? Whoa, that's a nice
it's
outfit.
Professor Ren to
Professor Ren, what are you a professor of?
you. We're still trying to figure that out. What? It's Professor Ren.
Oh, okay.
Rin, how did you? Excuse me, Professor Rin.
Thank you.
How did you get here? Do you realize when we are?
When?
That is correct.
I thought it was today.
Well, maybe the time for you is perhaps unknown. This is today, but 400 years in the past.
Oh, so we went backwards?
We went back in time.
But today's today.
Well, today is always today.
But how are you in the past if today is today?
It's called time magic. And the duo is still going through these drawers.
Oh, well, I got here because, meet Mary.
Mary?
This is Gary's brother, Mary.
Oh, well, Mary seems like a weird name for a brother, but
What's
very
wrong
well.
with calling Gary's brother Mary? It rhymes. That's why I named Gary's brother Mary.
Well, it does. And, I mean, my name is Perrin, so
We could
who's to
call your
say?
brother Laren.
Yes.
I need everybody to roll me.
Please stop this. Yes, Serena, thank you.
I feel like the rhyming skills of names, there's a lot of obvious ones that both Serena and Brandon are not picking up on.
What's obvious one for Gary?
Wait, what?
What's you're right. I thought Mary would be funny.
But the
I
problem
thought Mary would be
but-
funny.
but-
It's so
But the problem with that is that the Larry has 2 R's.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Is there a Larry with 1 R?
I'm gonna have all of you guys roll me an investigation as we're
Okay.
doing this.
Are we investigating?
Kinda, trying to.
We be investigating.
20. I got a 20.
15.
15 and 20. Okay, so as Duo is throwing things, Duo is not really knowing what he is throwing. He's just sort of dumping things. You all see a necklace that glows a dark red energy falling out of that area.
Perrin, you want to grab that?
Well, it has been my previous experience that glowing things and touching glowing things is perhaps unwise.
Well, I don't want to touch it.
Well, maybe we shouldn't touch it and perhaps pull a page out of our friend Celise's handbook and smite it.
Ooh, do you have smite? Because I don't.
Well, I don't know smite. I don't have smite.
Maybe we could pretend to do smite.
Well,
Pretend
Well,
We could pretend to smite.
He said, well, no judgment and brainstorming.
as you're deciding, I'm gonna cut back real quick to them for time, and you all enter Lady Verona's room. It is very flowery. Everything, it has a rose gold sheen to it. She has one of those canopy beds with the curtains around it. Everything is very floral. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna be looking, but I want to stay kind of by the door so I can get a sense of when she's coming back.
What are we looking for?
We're just looking, man.
We're just looking for clues?
Look, we know that Edwin Clark, Ophelia told us that Edwin Clark took these relics.
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah.
And she's connected to him. So
So we're looking for some relics or something to
Something
connect
that
them or something like
yeah.
that. Okay.
Were you not in on this?
I'm just so full of adrenaline right now. They're like, I don't know what's going on and who I am right now. Well, a lot has happened. Okay.
Yeah, a lot has happened.
So are there actual plants in this room? You said there's floral stuff, or are they just print floral?
Print
Okay,
floral.
gotcha.
Okay, so we wouldn't roll nature.
But you roll me both an investigation as you're looking through everything.
9.
11.
11. So, Shaka, as you are going through things, you're not being very careful to put them in the right place. I would say that with the low rolls, you're kind of looking around, but it's not with that detective carefulness. You do find in one of her top drawers a brooch. A brooch that when you put your finger on it, you got this sense of for a second, like, I'm better than everyone.
Again.
Not jealousy this time.
No, but still something else.
Yes.
Supreme confidence.
Yes.
It's like a narcissist one.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So
It's only a little bit though. It's
it's
like
just
not
touch.
enough to like.
Yeah. You barely like. I feel like you were rummaging through, and you might have like grazed it with like your pinky or something.
Okay. All right. Robbie,
Hey, what's up?
this brooch.
Ooh.
Something about it. I think it's another one.
Thinking another what? A relic?
Another relic. Yeah. I felt a little tinge of narcissism from it.
Well, he rolls his eyes a little bit.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh,
Okay. Well, okay. Let's God, I don't want to touch it. Then let's like wrap it in something and like and then take it out of
in
here.
like her clothes.
Yeah, or some of her clothes or something. Nothing weird. I'm not being weird.
That's still weird.
No, it's not.
Even if it's like her shirts.
I don't. It could be a sock or something.
Okay.
It's a brooch.
Okay. Let's just make sure that she doesn't know that someone was like looking through the room because like I left it a little like disheveled, right? So all right. So like I will focus on getting the room back tidy. You figure out how to get this thing out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a sock
Great.
and like put my hand in the sock and then pick it up and
Oh,
do like
smart,
that.
yeah.
Do one of those things.
Great. You're good. You have
Okay.
a little sock puppet going on. I
got-
love it.
Got it. Let's
Like a Mick Foley thing.
yeah.
Sacco.
What okay, we didn't find anything else. I mean, this is a good get. I mean, either that or we're stealing. Okay.
Could be both.
Could be both. Why not both? Hey, we haven't talked about like how the hell do we get back?
Okay, Robbie. I'm gonna head toward the door and kind of try to inch out and see if she's coming back at all.
You, as you inch out, you're hearing footsteps. They're distant.
Okay, Robbie, come on.
Wait, what if we stay in here and we hide?
Hide where?
I don't know, under the bed.
Why?
Because then we could hear if there's anything going on. Where does she think she's the most safe? Probably in this room.
Okay, let's look around and see if there's anywhere to hide.
You, go ahead and roll me a perception.
10.
11.
11. I'm going to say that the bed is high enough for you both to fit under.
Okay,
Let's do it.
hide under the bed.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is so cool.
Me and my buddy.
Oh yeah, let's do
So
this.
you guys are hiding under the bed.
Just two
cutting
bartenders
to-
hiding under our boss's bed
With a brooch.
Not creepy.
with their brooch and a sock.
With an evil brooch and Sacco.
So you are standing in the room with the amulet, and yeah.
Perrin wants to roll, or I would like to roll Arcana for Perrin
So go ahead.
on the. Perrin was thinking about Arcana in today's times, but to everyone who is listening and paying attention, Cicero Holmes rolled a 1. Ooh. But Cicero Holmes, aka Perrin Underbow, is a halfling, and halflings have bountiful luck, so he did not roll a 1.
Nice.
So Perrin was thinking about Arcana in today's times, but he realized when he was thinking about it incorrectly. He should have been thinking about it in the past.
Magic.
Oh.
Magic has evolved.
Yep.
Right.
Magic has
Wow.
evolved.
And Perrin realizes, he doesn't really know it. He got 12. He rolled a 12.
All right. So you know that without like touching it or anything else like that, you know that it is very old.
Right.
And definitely imbued with some power. It's hard to tell if that power is nefarious or good.
So Perrin looks back at Rin and Duo and says, You two be on guard, because Perrin Underbow is the only one here who is qualified to do what I am about to do. And he goes and he touches the relic. He touches the necklace that is glowing red ominously.
As you touch this red necklace, it's almost this you feel so powerful. You are compelled to put it on. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
17.
Okay, so you're struggling to resist this, but you do put it around your neck, but you stay lucid. Like, you understand that was a compulsion to do,
Right.
but it doesn't stop this rush of like primal like power that is coursing through your body. You stand up straighter than you've ever like stood before, and that is where we're going to end this episode.
Ultimate power.
Unlimited power.
Oh gosh, that was so much fun, you guys.
Yeah, that was
That's
fun.
good.
That was good.
We don't have too much time to do questions, so instead of that, we're just going to go around and reintroduce ourselves and where you can find us on the internet.
I'm Brandon Stennis. I played Ren Leadon. You can find me on Twitter at I am Brandon TV, or you can find me on Twitch at I am Brandon.
My name is Cicero Holmes. I played Perrin Underbow, your halfling bard. I'll preemptively say that you won't see me next week. You won't see me the week after, unless you happen to be in Indianapolis at Gen Con, where me and several other of us will be. That was really difficult to say. I don't know why.
We're tired.
Other of us.
Yeah, you can find me on all the social media platforms at Stubby Stan, where you can find things that I am doing, podcasts that I am appearing on, such as the Incomparable podcast, where we discussed Spider-Man: Far From Home, and we reviewed that. So please listen if you have watched the movie. Don't listen if you have not yet. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. My name is Carlos Luna. You can find me on all social media under Carlos Crits. I know you can because my Uber driver today just added me on, on Instagram. You could find me on this channel on Wednesdays at 9 Pacific.
11
11
Central.
Central Standard, yes.
Right.
11 a.m. Central Standard. For Jace Bellerin Must Die. We're going to get him, guys. He's almost...
die.
You almost got him.
Yeah, we almost got him. You could also find me at Gen Con. I will be doing a live show on Friday for the Dungeon Rants, and I will be on a panel on how to stream your games on Saturday for Roll20.
Cool. And I'm Sharif Jackson. I played Shaka, Tiefling Warlock. You can find all my stuff at sharifjackson.com. There's a My Projects link that will link to everything else that I'm doing. I was recently on the Game Enthuse podcast. And a couple of weeks ago, I forgot to mention I was on the DLC podcast as well. So make sure to check those episodes out. Don't have anything else going on really, but that is it.
And I'm your DM for this season. My name is Serena Marie. You can find me on Twitter at SerenaXMarie or on Instagram at Serena Marie. I'll also be at Gen Con, where I will be DMing the Dungeon Rats with these two gentlemen here. I'm very excited. And heck yeah. And then on Friday morning, I'll also be on a panel about how Dungeons and Dragons can affect and make your workplace better. So I'm very excited about that.
All right. Well, yeah. So before we
Let's shout out
leave,
Tanya stuff.
yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yes. So, the person that is always in our hearts, even if she is not in our faces, is Miss Tanya DePass. She is on Twitter and all social media platforms as Cypher of Tyr, CYPHEROFTYR. You can find her right now in the DMV, for those who know, at BlurredCon, on panels, walking around, say hello. Don't call her Solis, call her Tanya, and check her stuff out. She is going to be appearing everywhere. If you live on Earth, she may be near your place, near your residence, doing something official. Check her out and make sure you say hello. I will say that Sharif Jackson is a liar.
Yeah, I will say that too.
Yes. So
I
Sharif
can't talk about it yet.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You can't talk about it. Well, I will say that Sharif Jackson. Wait, no. I can talk about this.
Okay.
I can talk about this.
As long as it's
Are you
not
sure? Right.
Like,
that.
Right.
You've already
right.
said it on social media.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
This
so-
is not that.
No.
Yeah. So we, Rivals of Waterdeep, will not be here next week. We will not be here the week after. As I already said, most of us will be at Gen Con in 2 weeks in Indianapolis.
3 weeks.
Please,
3 weeks, yeah.
3 weeks. 3 weeks. So we will be here next
We'll
week.
be here
I'm
next
getting
week.
married in 2
Yeah,
weeks.
we'll be here next week. I'm really bad. It's Monday.
Monday, guys.
But in 2 weeks, we won't be here. So I'll be here next week. But in 2 weeks, I won't be here because I will be celebrating with the rest of us a leveling up of sorts, a merging of powers, a fusion of Sharif Jackson and his fiance. Yes, as
Straight from the bowels.
Yes, exactly.
Straight from the valves.
Yeah, straight from the valves. So I will say congratulations now, but I'll say it again next week.
Sure.
And then I'll say it again in 2 weeks because Sharif Jackson is getting married.
congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes, the final balance payments are in.
Done. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.
Check out Justin's canoes.
Superman 1's a time traveler.